Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Cincinnati versus Houston college basketball matchup on Saturday, February 10th, 2024. Of course, if you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK, you'll get 15% off all of your purchases of $19 or more. We also have the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are meant for people who make big bets, but these are not available on the website. In order to get these packages, you have to text the number that you see on the screen, and they're meant for big bettors. So if that's you, go ahead and text that number. But let's get to this one. Cincinnati taking on Houston. Cincinnati 15-7 coming into this one. Houston 20-3. This team has been ranked in the top 5 all season long, and Kelvin Sampson once again has himself a beast of a team. I think for Houston, the last few seasons, they've ended disappointingly. I think anything short of the championship, I think, has got to be a little disappointing for a team that, flirts with the number 1 ranking, even gets to the number 1 ranking, over the course of the season. And then, when they get to the NCAA tournament, they just fall short. I think that, it's got to be somewhat of a disappointment. Last year, it was the Miami Hurricanes that crushed the Houston Dreams. And I'll tell you what, that game wasn't even really close. It wasn't like, it was tooth and nail and Cinderella came and, at midnight, the magical three-pointer hit or something. It wasn't. Miami absolutely dominated Houston in that game. And I think what we've seen from Houston so far this season, and while they somewhat have a chip on their shoulder, it's the rotation of players and players coming in and out of programs. You kind of lose some of that. So with Houston, this is a team that has been laser focused, and they have played pretty well. Moving to the Big 12, not an easy task, but both these teams have done that. And we look at Houston's recent losses, it's Kansas, TCU, and Iowa State, all teams that could be or should be high seeds in the NCAA tournament. We look at Cincinnati, because they play in the Big 12, they've kind of flown under the radar a little bit, but at the same time, they've played some solid basketball. And when you look at their losses, even though they have that loss at West Virginia, Kansas, Oklahoma, wins over TCU, losses Baylor and Texas, if they could get a win in a game like this at home against Houston, this goes a long way. I'd say right now they're probably on the outside of the NCAA tournament. Looking in, is probably where they're positioned. Houston is probably a number 1 seed or a very high 2 seed, the toughest of the 2 seeds. The Bearcats crashed the boards pretty well. When Wes Miller came over as head coach, it was a lot of fanfare. Houston, another team that's really good rebounding. I think this is going to be a really hard-fought game. I think on the surface, we'll see a lot of bettors gravitate toward Houston because the line's probably not going to be all that far, all that gigantic. But I think at the same time, what we're going to see is probably a lot of head scratching, as I think a lot of the sharp bettors and a lot of the smart money is going to take the points with Cincinnati. We're going to join them. I'm going to take Cincinnati, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.